The video about Captain John L. Chapin. Now I want you guys to have a discussion about what is it that you guys learned in the video. Let's do a little bit of a recap of what the video was about, and then we'll get into what this Captain's John L. Chapin legacy is to each one of us. So anybody that wants to participate in what you guys, a little bit of recap on the video?
Is there anything that anyone actually forgot?
How old were like the guys, the whole company when they first?
They were all like 17, 18, like 16-year-olds. Most of them hadn't even graduated from El Paso High.
I couldn't fight no more.
Yeah, I know, that'd be pretty scary.
I think Captain John L. Chapin was the oldest.
I think he was 19.
They were like so scared, and like it must have taken a lot of leadership from him to like keep them all calm and
Yeah.
motivated.
I think that's what made him such a great leader, that like he turned like to them to be a better leader. Like he saw where they were weak and like just stepped up, you know?
And then he turned down all his promotions. He was promoted. One league kept trying to promote him because they thought he was such a great leader, but he wanted to stay with his men because he knew them and he knew that if another person came in, they might not treat his people as good. So he was like, no, I'm gonna stay with them and lead them.
Like they weren't just like soldiers; they were like best friends and stuff.
I think that being so humble from him is like one of the best qualities that he had.
It's very interesting to think, like, most of them couldn't even speak English, and like, honestly, if it had been anyone else, they would have just thrown them in the front line and, like, wouldn't have cared for their lives, and that's what made Chapin so different, is that he knew that even though they weren't from this country, he knew that they still cared, and I think that's really, important, that he didn't mind that they weren't from our country, and that he accepted them so much.
I mean, we have to remember that the leadership that takes, I'm like, most of us are 17 years old. So like the leadership that takes to go and fight a war and like just because you want to help your country, it's like one of the best qualities that you have, you know what I mean?
Okay, one thing that you maybe want to keep in mind is a lot of the men that fought there were right now you're the same age that you guys are. Okay, so what helps you guys become motivated to actually go all that way? So what values do you think that we can pull out of all of the movie that we just saw?
Definitely perseverance is one of them.
Yeah.
Leadership and integrity.
And I think there'd also be like the will to not give up, because we're here, we're all stressing about, classwork, but they had other things in mind, like they're, leading their families, putting their lives at risk. So it helps us that it's not as, we don't have it as bad as they did, so we shouldn't be complaining as much and keep pushing through what we have to do.
That sense of teamwork too, like that they were all in it together, and that's why like Chapin stuck with them.
I think that sometimes we forget to like help our classmates that were so individual for each other. Like we have to see Captain John Chapin that he care about like his group, and we don't care about like or the people who are around us. We are like in a classroom and we need to help each other. We don't like we need to like forget that individuality that we have and just like cooperate with each other.
Yeah, that like we're a community rather than like individuals. Like it's not a classroom, it needs to be like almost like a second home setting.
Yeah.
Like that everybody's here, we're all doing the same thing, so like we all need to be on the same page.
Okay, so what is the main value that you guys would like to bring from Captain John L. Chapin's legacy into your own world as a student? What would you like to say? You know what, I can bring maybe this as a student to this classroom, or we can create this in this classroom in order for us to become a better math students and a better mathematics class. And actually that can help you be successful, not only in the AP exam of Calculus 1 and Calculus 2, but also be successful beyond your high school. So take a little bit of time, think about what is it, the one quality that you think you can bring into the classroom that you can learn from Captain John L. Chapin.
I believe it's actually perseverance, because he was wounded before he went into battle, and he still stuck with his men. And in calculus, we're going to learn a whole section of calculus in one semester, and then another one the second semester, and that's going to be really hard to all our knowledge into an AP exam. And I think sticking to it is going to help us a lot in getting our work done in the classroom.
I think it's going to be community and leadership, like, because the more we work together, the easier it is going to be for everyone. So, I can't really remember the quote exactly, but it was something like you're only as strong as the weakest link, but the weakest link is just as strong as the greatest leader. So like, when everyone works together, like, if someone's struggling, then we could all help that person. And like, if you're ahead, like, step up to help the whole class. And like, that leadership within the community could like be put to everything else. So like, how we did in EDD, like, we're gonna work together to like get to what Mr. Moreno wants from us. And so like, applying that teamwork to your knowledge, it's gonna make it easier to keep up.
Anybody else, guys?
Dedication is really important. I mean, this class is like any other calculus. Like, we're one of the only schools that has it, and it's not just taking calculus AB, it's BC, and most people don't even go that far in like math, and we have to like dedicate ourselves to like learn it, like learn the material, work together. It's everything, and so we just have to focus on that and work with it.
So your assignment for this week is going to be, in addition to the homework that you guys do on Friday, you guys have to pick one of the values that you guys learned from this video and actually apply during the week. And then next Friday we're going to discuss about what is it that you guys did individually to become a better student and try to become this a better class for you guys.